Welcome to the Man Cave Talk Show with the one and only HollywoodBonner.
And it is your boy, the infamous Blkk Ceezar.
Y'all, welcome to the cave. Ladies and gentlemen, it have been... I'm just too excited right now. I'm hitting my mic and everything. But ladies and gentlemen, it have been almost 3 weeks since we did our last podcast, and it just so much stuff been going on with us, from me starting school, and Ceezar had other things going on. But don't it kind of look? I mean, y'all check out. He moved, y'all. Look at his background, y'all. Look at his background. It's different.
Gotta love it. It's good, man. God is good.
He upgraded. Call him Mr. Infamous Blkk
Mr.
Ceezar.
Infamous.
So we decided to go ahead and try to change up this season. Well, we're starting to do different seasons now, and on this season, on our first season, we kind of want to educate us young people, black, white, whatever. We just trying to educate us because we are getting up there, and we are trying to figure things out in our lives,
right,
if you haven't already. So let's go ahead and get this topic going. Let's go ahead and start this show. So we starting off with this financial freedom. Do anybody know what financial freedom? Do anybody have an idea on how to achieve financial freedom? So,
honestly speaking, I think if don't nobody know, the younger generation do. We know. Especially now. We know it.
Especially now, because it's so many of us younger generation want to be more and more entrepreneurs.
Yep.
But for the people that don't know what financial freedom is, can you go ahead and give them your definition of a financial freedom?
All right, so Mr. Infamous, Mr. Blkk Ceezar's definition of no, but seriously,
bossed up.
No, but seriously, financial freedom or financial independence really is when someone does not require a job to attain, I can say, lively achievements, I guess. Let me put it that way. So in other words, you work a 9 to 5 now. If you was to have financial freedom, you working at 9 to 5 will not mean that you working it because you have to pay your bills. Financial freedom would be, I'm only here because I need somebody to talk to, or I'm only here just to pass my time, but I do not need this job. That's financial freedom. Or whenever you are able to do anything, you can pay for your own insurance. You can pay for your trips whenever you go to trips, like whenever you want, like you do whatever you want when you want financially. That's financial freedom, where you do not depend on a job really to do anything for you. That's my opinion of what financial independence is.
Right. Mine's kind of similar to that. Basically, my financial freedom, in my opinion, is basically obtaining a lifestyle that you desire and not trading time for money.
Ooh, perfect. Now that's what I was talking about right there. Don't call me Mr. Blkk Ceezar no more. Professor over there, Hollywood. Okay, I see you. Toast.
Not trading time for money. And a lot of people might think, okay, what you mean by trading time for money? When you trade time for money, meaning that you going to working your 9 to 5 job, and you trade 8 hours out your day for a certain amount of money, basically. And a simple way to kind of describe it, I mean, you know, we all do it. I'm currently still doing it right now, but I do have future goals. Too. We all got to do it. If you just ain't made of money, or you just don't have the resources, or you don't, or your family is just making, like, it's from money, you from money. So,
or you're like Donald Trump, who got a small loan of $1 million from his own father. I mean, everybody can't do that.
We can't do that.
We can't do that.
We can't do that. So until we finally achieve our personal goal, we have to start somewhere. So trading time for money is a necessary for at least 95% of us, because we have to start somewhere. But as long as you have a bigger picture, as long as you have a plan, as long as you have the mindset, that is just temporary. And two, so basically, instead of, okay, me for example, working at Walmart. I work for Walmart, and as much as Walmart is making off me, I am making preparation of doing things for me. Like they use me for my time. I'm using them for their money to get to a certain place in life, and also and going to school and all the different kind of stuff. But that's just me personally, and I'm trying to achieve financial freedom, and I feel like everybody should want to achieve financial freedom, because the way things is going, the way these jobs handling situations after situations, do you really want somebody to dictate your finance? Do you really want somebody to dictate your way of living? Just think about that for a second. Having somebody that have control, or knowing that somebody have control of your livelihood in your hands, basically that's what it is. These jobs, if they want to fire us, they will go ahead and fire us. If they want to cut our pay, they will cut our pay. If they want to cut our hours, they can cut our hours. You know why? Because we signed up for a 9-to-5 check.
And you know, me personally, right? It's how I feel about jobs. For one, if you have to work it, you have to work it. I have no dignity. I mean, I said that all wrong. It's nothing wrong, in my opinion. I'm tripping. There's nothing wrong.
You said a little bit on that orange juice. What you got in that orange juice?
A little bit of orange juice. That's all it is. But literally, there's nothing wrong with you working a job, right? Because you need it. Let's be real. We're young. Right. We have debt. We need it. We need our jobs.
Right.
But my outlook is always this. I wasn't a rebellious kid growing up, right? I wasn't. But I've always had a problem literally with people telling me what to do, if that makes sense. So I have a problem with jobs because you have a time you have to report to work, right? You do, I do. I got to report to work 4 o'clock in the morning, right?
Right.
I got to break my sleep to get up to go to work. In a way, my psychological thinking is this. I'm being told when to get up, when to get dressed, when to go to work, when to go home, when to spend time with my family, and when to go to sleep. I don't like that. I personally don't like that. So
I feel you.
For me, I want to break that cycle because, like I said, I'm a grown man. I don't need you telling me what to do. I'd rather, if I can make the same amount of money I'm making right now in my bed, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
I'll be happy. You know, so that's how I look at jobs. There's nothing wrong with it, but we as young people, I would say, we have to start thinking the bigger picture, because just like you said, if you used to drop dead right now, they'd feel bad for maybe 3 hours up, time to fill this position. They ain't caring about you like that.
Yo.
And they may get some insurance off you. Oh, yeah. So a lot of people didn't know that. Yeah. Businesses get money off you if you die.
Life insurance.
Life insurance. How they entitled to life insurance off me and I'm not their relative? I'm just a worker for them. You see, that's not, to me, that's not okay.
Right.
So, that's how I look at jobs.
Right. I feel you because jobs, how many people honestly how many people want to go on a vacation? Say, okay, next week I'm going on vacation. How many people want to wake up whenever they want to wake up? How many people want to go to the car lot and buy them a new car? Or
Me.
how many people want to buy them a home? How many people don't want to hit a clock? And like you said, wake up anytime. I'm like, wake up at a certain time, go to bed at a certain time, and be at a place that you don't want to be for 8 to 12 hours, depending on where you work at. You know?
Yep. Now, I will say this, though. I kind of like my job because it's easy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily have a problem with my job. Mm-hmm. But I know I'm lucky. A lot of people are not like that.
Right.
Because my last job, I hated that place. I did not want to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Every chance I got, I use my PTO. I don't feel like coming in. I call in because I don't feel like going there today.
Right.
But now I don't feel that way. But it's still my mindset with jobs. Like I said, you telling me, just like you said, when to go on vacation. Like, come on. You telling me when to spend time with my family. You telling for men who have paternity leave, you telling men when they can and can't see their newborn child. Like, it sticks with me a lot. I don't like that because I'm a family person. I love to be around my family. And jobs hinder that in a way. Exactly.
Let me ask you this because this question kind of just popped in my head. Okay. When you was growing up,
right?
And not throwing what's the name, not just saying what's the name, but did your parents or uncle, somebody told you about being financial freedom? Like,
no,
anything?
No.
Okay.
In fact, my family, they taught me the opposite thing. My family never, I would say, told me to look at financial freedom, but my family also never told me that, well, they didn't necessarily tell me that I had to go to college, right? Mm-hmm. Because on my mother's side of the family, those are truckers, right? Mm-hmm. My grandfather, he's been with Dakota Line since he was in his 20s. Mm-hmm. My older brother worked there. My uncles worked there. Like, they're truckers by nature. That's their thing. They make money. Mm-hmm. You don't have to go to college to be a trucker, right? No. You don't have to go to college to deliver packages. You don't have to do that. But they get paid good money, right? Mm-hmm. But the thing is, of course, you still got to punch a clock. They never necessarily told me to achieve financial independence because they don't have financial independence. Mm-hmm. What I notice is for them, the more money they make, the more debt increases. So it's like they don't go nowhere. They attain a little bit more money, but they have to pay a little bit more money as well. It's never the opposite. They pay money.
They middle class poor.
And then, middle class poor. Best way to put it. They middle class poor.
That's what it is. Exactly. The more money you make.
Middle class rich. It's middle class rich, right?
If you middle class and you the more money you make, the more debt you make. Like, you basically poor with nice things.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah, that makes
But
sense.
that it makes sense. In layman terms, that do make sense. But yeah, they never told me that. I don't have that luxury of seeing millionaires in my family. Right. Some people. I don't have the luxury of watching. I do have one uncle who is a business owner. Mm-hmm. Now, he sell a couple movies. You know, everybody from the hood, you know what I'm talking about. He sell movies, you know. But it's
DVD man. He ain't hit a DVD man.
He the DVD man, you know.
Ain't no wrong with it. Everybody
got movies from him.
Everybody still be selling DVD. Ain't no wrong with it.
Everybody still, everybody still do it. You know, he got his little clothing shop. You know, and that's really the only business owner that I've saw in my family. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, I never really up until like 4 years ago, I never really thought about having my own business or achieving financial freedom.
Mm-hmm. Right. Why do you think, like, you know, I was always raised up kind of like go to school, you know, go to college, find a good job, go to college, find a good job, go to college, find a good job. You know, that was the only, it seemed like that was the only way to go. And I feel like it's like a lot of parents teach their kids, go to college, find a good job, go to college. So basically they are preparing and their kids to be a worker.
Yes.
So like, why do you feel like most parents that teach their kids to go to college, find a job, go to college, find a job, because that's something that they was accustomed to growing up, since it was a lot different back in the day?
Well, I think I'm gonna get real racist right now. For black people, we never really had the luxuries of going to the best schools up until now. We never had the luxury to go to USC or Michigan University or Ohio State. Let's go.
Please don't mention them on the show.
Oh, I'm
we
sorry.
We had to cancel the show. What's the name? We had to cancel the show.
We never had the options to go to them schools. So once we started penetrating those schools, it's kind of a weird word I just said, but once we started getting into those schools, I think our parents started to think, well, yeah, there's a rise for us now. We can get into these good schools.
Right.
So of course, our parents are gonna preach, get out of high school, go get a college degree, go get a good job, because it's safety. It's safety.
Right.
That's all it is to me. So, I rarely hear black people or black parents say you can go to school or you can attain financial freedom, which means you don't necessarily need school, right? You could, like for some people, right? If you have a Job Corps, it's nothing wrong with Job Corps. A lot of people look at it as wrong. It's nothing wrong with Job Corps. If you go through a Job Corps, right? And let's just say you went through there and you got your HVAC license, right? Did you know if you did, first off, it's free. It's free. If you did that and came out with your HVAC license, do you know how many contracts you can get on your own without being a worker, like without working up under somebody else? Like, they can help you get clients and get contracts.
Right.
You did that within 2 years. You did that in 2 years. Now you make your own business. You do your own thing. You don't have to go clock in. You don't have to do all of that. You can do that. You can attain financial freedom just by at least going to like a Job Corps or something like that. Learn skilled trades. Learn to do something with your hands that pays, right? So now when you do that, like I said, you attain financial freedom. You don't necessarily have to work for somebody.
Right.
That black people will never say that because it's not necessarily safe. Yeah. It's not safe at all.
Yeah.
Telling somebody to start a business is not a safe thing because you're going to have a lot of broke moments.
Yeah.
You're going to have a whole lot of broke moments.
Easy.
It's not easy.
It's not as easy as just working for somebody that's already established. And
yeah, it's. I would say it's easier for you to go to school to get your doctor's degree, right? In whatever subject, it's easier for you to go do that than it is for you to start your own business. And it's hard to start a business. Well, it's not hard, business. And have a successful business.
basically what it is. You know, you can start a business, but having a successful business and stuff, that is hard. It's not guaranteed.
Yes.
But why? I mean, why do us black folk? Well, why do us African Americans? Not all of us. And I'm not trying to just put us in a bubble. Why do parents won't teach our kids to play it safe instead of making risks or taking risks? Because the only way the people that's millionaires and what's the name, they took risks. They are risk takers. They don't play it safe. Playing it safe is you working for somebody for the rest of your life. When you go out on your own and you take a risk and you take that first leap, and because it's a 50% chance that you go make it, 50% chance that you go fail. But people don't even take that first step because of fear. And that's something that we need to, well, first thing off, you need to change your mindset.
Of course.
Before you even want to think about financial freedom, you got to change your mindset. Do you want to be a worker for the rest of your life and retire at the age of 60, 70 years old and using Social Security and you still probably have
Social
to work?
Security is going up. You can't even take Social Security, I think, until you at least 68 or 69 now. Just a couple years ago, 65. Like, by the time we get old, man, we ain't gonna have no Social Security. All that money we pay now, it's gonna be gone.
And it's still not enough. It's still not enough.
Exactly.
A lot of people get a little job because Social Security don't pay enough. See, like I said, and we so used to working for somebody. We so used to playing it safe. But let me only say this. Ain't nothing wrong for work for nobody, because there are a lot of jobs that's paid real good. There's a lot of jobs that's actually good. So this is not us bashing, oh, you go to work. No, it's not that. It's just basically, it's time. If you always felt like me working a 9 to 5 is not, that's not me. In my heart, that is not me. Then it's time for you to start thinking outside the box.
Yep.
You know?
And you know what? I'm going to tell you, for me personally, what really kind of helped me out a lot is really when I got my first job at Target, right? Like I said, when I started Target, I was, freshly 18? I'd say freshly 18. I didn't know much about the world.
Right.
But I get to a job, it's cool because I'm around other young people. You know, I'm around people. You know, I'm a big people's person, so I like to be around people. I like to help people. I like to talk to people. But I just could never grasp or see myself as a worker. And it's not necessarily a cocky thing to say, but it's more like I see myself bigger than this. Like, I don't see myself on this level. And it's not a low level, but it's just I never seen myself working.
Exactly.
Because I don't like it. Like, because my thought was this. Like, when I worked at Target. Target can make anywhere in a month, anywhere between $10 to $20 million in a month. Right? I'm not even getting a drop of that money. And I'm the one putting the work in. I don't like that. I'm less of a penny compared to what they're making. Compared to what they're making. Less of a penny. I never like that, because to me it's not fair. And well, of course it's not gonna be fair, because for one, it's not my business, right?
Right.
I wasn't the one who came up with this business. I didn't start it. None of that. But as a worker, for me, I can't live like that.
Exactly.
Because I'm making, I can say how much right now I'm making good money, decent money, right? But for the people I work for, they are really, 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 really making money. Like,
let me say this.
It pisses me off when I think about it. It's because I'm the one at these stores, stocking the stores and all this other stuff, and I'm barely getting a scratch of what they make.
Let me say this. If a job, and let me just go and put this little out. If a job is able to pay you $100K if you make $100K at your job, just imagine how much the owner make. You know, and it took me, like I said, when I was younger, I'm 27 now. When I was younger, I'm gonna go to school, get my degree. I'm still in school. Well, I'm actually about to graduate. What's the name? But I'm still in school, and it took me years, like a couple years back, on when I realized, and that same thing that I told you just said, and I thought to myself, I was like, if they able to pay me $100K, how much do they actually make? How much do the owner make? If he able to pay me $100K, how much do he make? So if I'm driving a Dodge Charger, what he driving? You know,
if he driving at all.
If he driving at all, you gotta start thinking outside the box. You gotta start putting things together. The only way for you to and you can't do it for the wrong reasons. And
right, of course. And, you gotta have a passion for it, at least. Right.
Like I said, at the end of the day, ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong as long as you happy and you making good money. Ain't nothing wrong being where you at as far as like working and stuff. Because we still need doctors. We still need people that work at the stores. We still need all these type of people.
The best advice I've heard, especially when it comes to business, it says that you have to have a balance. You gotta have a business and you gotta have a buyer. Regardless of what area it is that you're working, you need both. You need the person supplying and you need the person buying. So there's nothing wrong, because if everybody was buyers, then if everybody was the business owner or the entity, you're gonna tip the scale. Nobody will be buying from anybody. Our economy is not growing that way.
Exactly.
So I'm not necessarily saying be a business owner, but I would say if you have a passion for it, do it. Do it, especially at a young age. Do it, because we really are making the world turn around when you think about it. The young people.
Yeah. One thing that stuck out to me on one of my favorite movies, Baby Boy. I know that's crazy. That's one of my favorite movies. I don't know why I like Baby Boy. That's just, you ask my wife, we probably watched the movie 100 times when we first got together. But when Tyrese said this to his homeboy, he said, "Are you a buyer or you a seller?" Are you a buyer or you a seller? At the time, I'm just like, okay, but
look at this, P. Everybody moving, making money, while we standing here being broke.
You know, that's
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
that was one of the strongest, funniest message. I don't understand what's the name. Basically, what he just said. I mean, what he said, and what's the name? That was actually deep. If you really think about it. While everybody else making money and you standing there being broke.
You're standing there being okay in the life that you're living. You're okay with making $10 an hour, and you're content with the job telling you, okay, next year we're going to pay you $1 more. How arrogant is that? You are okay with that. No. No.
Yeah, and I still think about that part. And like I said, it took me a while because, like I said, when I was growing up, I always wanted to go to school, be an accountant, be a CPA. Then when I got in college, I said I don't even want to be a CPA no more because I don't want to. Just the way how I am, I don't want to sit behind a desk. I'm a person, wasn't like a people person. I got to be moving around, so I said marketing. So but then I was like, oh, what's the name? Well, I began my bachelor's in business administration, but honestly, that might be for another episode. But I don't even know how long I'm gonna use my degree, just because what I got planned. But like I said, that's another episode in itself. school first. That's another episode. But we're gonna talk about that. But like, kind of back to financial freedom and stuff. It's hard because we all don't know where to start, and that's the biggest thing is how can we achieve financial freedom. And most times people that already achieve it want to charge, or they don't even want to tell you at all. So you got to kind of figure it out yourself. But the first step, in my opinion, is changing your mindset. If you tired of just feeling uncomfortable working somewhere, and you tired of just living the lifestyle that you living, and you want to do better for yourself, you want to do better for your family, you want to change the generation. I'm trying to change my generation. I'm trying to change the Bonners, HollywoodBonner. I'm trying to change the Bonners. It gonna start off with me, trickle down to my daughter, because when she's get older, when she's get 18, by the time she get 18 and stuff, I want to have stuff established where she don't have to go to college. I'm gonna teach her how to make money. I'm gonna teach her how to be business woman and know her finance. And if she decide to go to college, then that's on her. But like I said, you got to go ahead and start off with the mindset, because you going in it the wrong way, or the wrong basically the wrong way, it's not go work out in your favor, because you already starting off wrong. Exactly.
I think and part of that, of course, changing your mindset, I think it also, another step could be understand your market or whatever you're trying to do. So if you are getting into, I see now everybody want to do boutiques, everybody want to do stores or whatever. If you're going to get into the clothing business, you have to understand who's your competition. You have to understand where you are. You have to understand what are people dressing, what are the trends. You have to do your research, because there's no point in you getting into this and you going just blindfolded. I'm just going to jump in there. Sam Walton, I'm pretty sure he didn't just jump in straight. I'm going to create a clothes, or I'm going to create a
he started working at JCPenney's.
Exactly. And look what he doing now. Oh, look what he did now. Didn't he start out with grocery? You in the whole total. Did he start out with grocery, or did he start out with clothes?
He graduated from college with business administration, and he started working at JCPenney's. And then he basically used some of the things that he learned from JCPenney's and kind of add his own touch to it. And
No, but what I'm saying is, like, when he created his first store, was he selling both clothing and groceries, or did it start off as just groceries?
I don't know. The only reason I know that,
well, we know his background. We know his background we know his background is clothing. We know that. But to me, the grocery side is a whole different side. You see what I'm saying? Because everybody trusts Walmart. Me personally, I don't. I don't trust Walmart. But a lot of people trust Walmart. And it's because their prices are low, which it is. And the quality of their foods is good for the price that they're selling. Right? And that's just grocery. But how did this man jump from JCPenney to, I'm going to create a store and it's going to have groceries and clothing? That's two different markets. He had to research it, correct? Would you say he had to research that?
He took over.
Yeah, he took over, all right. He took over. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. He took over. But like I said, I just think you have to research whatever it is that you're doing. Me personally, I want to get into real estate. I've been researching this for the past 4 years. I feel I know everything I need to know about real estate. To me, that's a short amount of time. You have to have patience for what you want to do, and you have to understand what you're trying to do. You got to research it. You got to know it, because when you jump in, it'd be a little bit easier for you to tread waters, as I would say.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, what's your final thoughts on
My final thoughts
the
is
show?
millennials, well, I'm not necessarily millennials, but a couple facts. There is 618,000 millionaire millennials, right? Within the next 10 years, there's a 5 or 10% more chance that there will be more, right? That should inspire you as a young person. And for those who don't know what the millennials are, you're from 25 to 39. That's the millennials. Anybody that's 24, you are Generation Z. So if the millennials have that aspect of becoming millionaires, just imagine what can happen for the Generation Z, right? Mm-hmm. You have to do it. We have to attain financial freedom because we already got the mindset. It's already on us. And when you think about it, we got $1 million just sitting in our hand right now. We use our phones. We're always on our phones.
Yeah.
You can use your phone to make you some money. You see what I'm saying? Like we have it. We have the blueprint. The baby boomers didn't have it. The Generation X didn't have it, but we do. Mm-hmm. So understand that, and then also understand this: for those who want to become business owners, the same job that you're working for now, that person had to step out on faith. That person had to jump, because if he didn't, you wouldn't have a job.
Yeah,
that's the best way I could put it.
Yeah,
if that don't inspire you, then I don't know what to tell you. You don't need to get into business. Mm-hmm. If they had to jump through, if they have to get over the scariness of owning their own and creating financial independence for themselves, then just imagine what you can do in today's age. That's my final thoughts.
Do damage. Kind of took a little bit of what I was gonna say, but but no. My final thoughts on this episode is, if you listen to this episode, sit back, examine your life, and make a list. Well, sit back, examine your life, and picture yourself what you want to be in 5 years. Then picture yourself what you want to be in 10 years. Then picture yourself when you be in 20 years. And if your life is not aligning with your goals for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, it's time for you to go ahead and reevaluate what you doing.
Yep.
Because if you want to be there and working for the mom and pop store or whatever, not gonna get you there. It's time for you to go ahead and make changes, and it's time for you to change your mindset. Yep. Because like you said, the Apple iPhone in your hand, it started with Steve Jobs, if I believe. Started with Steve Jobs. He had an idea. He figured out how to move it, and he figured it out. Yep. The Xbox I played, Microsoft, it started from an idea. But
not only that, Microsoft, they turned out to have the best gaming console in the world. Sony can't touch that.
They can't.
Shots thrown. They can't
bang,
touch it.
Bang. but like I said, let me go and wrap it up. But like I said, just go and change your mindset. Have a vision. If you have a vision, then just make your vision a reality. And by doing that, it takes hard work, dedication, and consistency. So thank you for watching our show. If you enjoy anything in our show, if you had a comment, anything on our show, leave a comment in the comment section on YouTube. Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you share the video. If you listen to this on Anchor, Spotify, whatever other podcast platforms, just make sure that you share the word and tell a friend to tell a friend. And just because it's time for a change, it's time for us to start thinking outside the box. It's time for us to stop being workers and being owners.
Who? Yes. Wake up.
Wake up.
Time
It's
to get
20.
up.
It's 2020.
2020.
You know, all this stuff been going on 2020. So, this is the one and only HollywoodBonner.
And it is your boy, the infamous Blkk Ceezar.
And we gonna catch you on the next one.
Peace.
Oh yeah, you fancy
I
now.
added that on there. I added that on there. Had to.